Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something absolutely fascinating, the totally transformative science behind natural muscle building. We're going to explore how everyday food science, not magic pills, not crazy fad diets, can completely revolutionize your strength and physique. Seriously, if you've ever felt like you're just hitting a massive wall at the gym despite lifting heavy, the secret you're looking for might literally be sitting in your pantry right now. So think about this for a second. Are you walking right past the most powerful muscle foods every single day without even realizing it? We've all been kind of conditioned to think that building muscle requires walking down aisles and aisles of expensive, highly engineered products. But today, we're throwing that hype out the window. We're going to look at the hard data proving that your local grocery store and your very own kitchen is actually the ultimate supplement store. I absolutely love this quote. Don't get distracted by this protein powder propaganda. It sounds a little bit disruptive, right? But it hits the nail on the head. Look, working out breaks down muscle tissue, but your body can't just magically create new muscle out of thin air. It needs a highly specific matrix of nutrients to rebuild bigger and stronger. And the whole foods we're about to dig into provide the exact complex nutritional science your biology is begging for. All right, let's jump right in. Here's our scientific blueprint for muscle fuel today. We're going to cover the science of protein pacing, healthy fats for hormone fuel, carbs, and surprising science hacks, and we'll wrap it all up with your ultimate muscle blueprint. Starting us off with Section 1, the science of protein pacing, where we demystify muscle synthesis. So building mass isn't just a matter of piling a mountain of protein onto your plate. It actually heavily depends on absorption speed. Your body really relies on this dynamic duo. First, you've got fast-digesting protein, like whey, which gives you that instant hit of amino acids right after a grueling training session. Then you've got slow-digesting protein, like casein, for a sustained, steady release. Foods like Greek yogurt and milk are absolute gold mines here because they naturally contain both. Take Greek yogurt. It packs a whopping 20 grams of protein per serving. You get that instant hit of whey for immediate recovery, followed by a slow feed of casein. And studies actually show that combining fast and slow digesting proteins like this spikes muscle gain and strength way more than just using one type alone. And speaking of casein, old school bodybuilders often call this stuff night fuel. It's a slow digesting dairy protein that acts like a shield to prevent muscle breakdown while you're sleeping. Think about cottage cheese, for example. It is packed with casein. If you eat a bowl before bed, your blood amino acid levels rise nice and slow, and they stay elevated for hours. It's essentially a scientific hack that keeps feeding your muscles all night long, stopping your body from breaking down the muscle you just worked so hard to build. Now, when we zoom out and look globally, we find some seriously diverse protein powerhouses. Chicken breast is the obvious heavyweight hero for sheer volume, giving you 26 grams of high-quality protein in just a 3-ounce serving, plus it's loaded with niacin and B6 to fire up your metabolism. But you definitely shouldn't sleep on lentils. A single cup gives you 18 grams of protein, and it's rich in iron and magnesium, which directly improves oxygen transport and recovery without adding any fat. And if you're looking for a vegetarian backbone, paneer or Indian cottage cheese is a brilliant choice. It's completely loaded with the calcium you need for the bone density required to support heavier and heavier lifts. Moving right along to Section 2, healthy fats for hormone fuel, the true catalyst for growth. You know, the fitness narrative almost always stops at protein, but biologically, your body absolutely requires healthy fats and cholesterol to optimize the hormones that trigger muscle growth in the first place. Just look at the whole egg. For decades, people have been tossing out the yolk, but that is the exact muscle-building magic you've been throwing away. That golden center contains essential healthy fats, dietary cholesterol, and choline. In fact, research shows that eating whole eggs post-workout actually doubles your muscle protein synthesis compared to just eating the whites. The fat in the yolk slows down digestion just enough to deliver this perfect, steady flow of amino acids, while the dietary cholesterol supports your strength and energy production. If you want to optimize your hormones, you need the right catalysts. Lean grass-fed beef is huge here because it contains conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, helping you drop body fat, while its saturated fats help maintain healthy testosterone levels, which, as we know, is absolutely critical for adding mass. We just touched on whole eggs, but you've also got to consider algae, better known as flax seeds. This traditional staple is wildly powerful. Just roasting and eating a spoonful a day provides incredible plant-based hormonal support that naturally boosts your strength and vitality. Which actually leads us perfectly into omega-3 fatty acids. These are essential fats, specifically DHA and EPA, which you'll find heavily in things like salmon and those flax seeds we just talked about. The science on this is mind-blowing. Omega-3s literally increase the anabolic ability of amino acids. What does that mean? It means they make the protein you're eating work better and faster. Plus, they offer amazing anti-inflammatory protection for your joints and heart, which is a lifesaver when you're moving heavy weights. All right, section 3, carbs and surprising science hacks. These are your accelerators. Okay, so protein builds the muscle, sure, but energy delivery and blood flow, those are the secret accelerators that actually let you push harder in the gym to begin with. Think about your energy sources. Fast carbs, like bananas, are pretty much nature's ultimate pre-workout. They give you natural sugars for an instant energy spike, plus potassium to block cramps. Compare that to slow carbs, like brown rice and quinoa. These are your slow burns, the long-lasting fuel you need for a really intense session. Quinoa is especially cool because it actively increases insulin-like growth factor in your body, which is a massive driver for strength gains. Now get ready for a science hack that usually blows people's minds. Flavanols. These are natural compounds found in dark chocolate. Yep, chocolate. Eating a few squares of 70% dark chocolate before you work out improves your blood flow and spikes your nitric oxide levels. The result? An insane muscle pump while you train. And even better, it lowers stress hormones like cortisol, which means less fat storage and more pure muscle building. It is quite literally a natural pre-workout hack. And to really maximize that blood flow, we have to talk about leucine and glutamine. These are your fundamental amino acid building blocks. Foods like spinach are absolutely loaded with glutamine. Think of it as the mortar for your muscle bricks. It improves lean mass and seriously cuts down on soreness. Meanwhile, peanuts and dairy are packed with leucine, which is the specific amino acid that actually flips the switch to turn on protein synthesis in your body. Which brings us to this brilliant traditional bodybuilding secret from Indian fitness circles, the Deshi soaking method. This is a total game changer for your energy. It's super simple. You combine Deshi chana, chickpeas, along with peanuts, almonds, and raisins, and you just soak them overnight. Next morning, peel the almonds and eat the mix. The soaking process is key here. It maximizes nutrient absorption and neutralizes inhibitors, giving you this massive, super easily digestible burst of iron, protein, and antioxidants to keep you fueled all day. 500 calories. That's how much high-energy, budget-friendly fuel you get in just a half-cup serving of peanuts. For anyone out there struggling to put on mass, peanuts and natural peanut butter are hands down the ultimate budget superfoods. They give you the raw caloric density, the healthy unsaturated fats, and the sheer sustained energy you need to survive brutal workouts and finally tip the scales toward muscle growth. Bringing it all home with Section 4, your ultimate muscle blueprint. Let's put this all together. So what does this actually look like on a random Tuesday? We've got all the pieces. Here is your synthesized natural food stock. Pre-workout, grab a banana and some dark chocolate for that instant energy spike and a great nitric oxide pump. Post-workout, hit your body with Greek yogurt and whole eggs to literally double your muscle protein synthesis with whey and healthy fats. For dinner, load up on lean meat or paneer, combined with lentils for sustained complex carbs and a huge volume of protein. And finally, right before bed, have some cottage cheese and your soaked almonds or algae. That delivers the slow-digesting casein and omega-3s so you recover and grow all night long. I think our sources summed it up perfectly right here. True fitness isn't about trends. It's about consistency, knowledge, and the right fuel. You really don't need a pantry full of expensive lab-made powders to see incredible results. Natural, accessible, whole foods have always been, and for sure always will be, the scientifically backed superior path to building a stronger, healthier physique. So I want to leave you with one final question to think about. How will you change your plate to change your physique today? Next time you walk into a grocery store, I want you to look at those aisles like a scientist. You've got the exact blueprint now. The fuel is out there just waiting for you. Now it's time to put it to work. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I can't wait to see how you completely transform.